you get Wirecast open as well?
Yeah, Wirecast is open. Wirecast is open. Oh, there we are. Oh shit, it's wide. How do we do that?
You have to go back and change something in the Wirecast, so you have to stop streaming. It's okay, we've always...
Are you sure it's the Wirecast?
Yeah, it's one of the encoded modes. But it's okay.
No, it's not okay. We gotta fix this.
Well, you have to go back and change it in there. Can I sit down, please?
Yeah, you can. Dude, I'm like stretched here and I'm like fat here.
Yeah,
Josh is the man. If he can't do it, no one can. Oh
See,
no!
I'm going to show you this. Ready?
Okay.
Broadcast, canvas
Yeah,
size.
listen.
Take it off NTST to what it should be normally. Are you recording right now?
Yeah.
Oh, we're streaming. I'm going to stop the stream for a second, guys, so just hold tight. There you go.
Is this what you wanted to?
Yes, and I need you to explain that to me, please.
Okay. Oh, I get it.
Oh, is that the normal? Does that look normal?
Well, it should be.
Hello? Whoa! Oh man, the lighting makes such a big difference. Look at that. Look how pretty we look. Alright. Ran into a little bit of a snag. It happens. Bob will be joining us shortly. He's actually packing his stuff, getting ready for TVB5. Getting ready for the SmackDown, if you know what I mean.
Why have we not programmed this event like a WWE wrestling match?
Let's get ready to rumble. You know what? Because we didn't think about that until just now when you said that.
Because that would have been...
That would have been the way to go.
I wasn't the chances to be so good at.
Nobody answered me. Is that NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys?
Backstreet Boys. I said it as I was walking.
Oh. We're doing it live. Man, I wish the comments would update automatically.
Actually, you should be able to hit that up.
No, it does. Automatic comments, but it lags like a mother. Hello, everyone. Hello. This is the last live show before TVB5. Oh, shoot. I totally messed that up.
I can't believe my pants in here.
What, Bob? Your pants are in the room? Looks like we've got a lot of rebels in this chat. Not liking that. Not liking that one bit.
What did you want me to explain this?
Ross, you have a very unique strategy when it comes to accessorizing your gun.
We should show Mark's. Gun.
No, it's already packed away because that's what I'm using at TVB.
You're right. No, yeah.
Oh, Josh, join us.
There's other gun, Josh.
Join us. Let's have a threesome. Or let's the three of us get on camera and let's do the live show together.
I'm gonna go do some work. I'll be back. Yeah, that's not really the thing.
Let's just do it in the camera. The last time the three of us were on camera. Oh, here's Mark's gun.
That's the one I
This
just
is the one you wanted to write. You were like, no, it's backed up.
I was busy.
Is it working?
It's working, I think. Oh yeah. Jeez, Ross. Hold on. I gotta turn the microphone down if you're gonna do something like that.
Watch the levels.
Yeah, it goes right to the peak. It peaks out.
I'm just saying. This is my ideal gun, I realized.
Wait, where'd Josh go? I really wanted him to join us. We gotta keep people entertained.
Josh,
While...
we really want you on the live show. Okay.
Is he coming?
Yeah. You want to be on the live show?
I'm here.
But
Ask me what? Tomorrow?
Yeah. Why don't you step out?
Can we do that after TVB? Just okay. Yeah, that's what I would prefer.
What? All right. So let's sit down and talk about airsoft.
So Ross, that's a properly modified
This
gun,
is
and this is
a Mark's gun.
you give me this because this is a precision instrument.
The thing is, that's the one I want, though. I realized.
Yeah, of course you do. But this is what you've made here.
When I first entered airsoft, I was all about just being ridiculous.
Now, because you came from the paintball world, and that's ridiculous. So
here, can I point it at the camera so they can
if you wish,
see?
yeah, just don't shoot anybody.
That's not battery in it.
Okay, good.
So I posted this on Twitter a couple days ago.
Is this for so you can keep both eyes open
So
when you're shooting?
ideally, what you can do is you can come out and you can do the paintball stance where you come out and go.
That makes a lot of sense,
Except
actually.
you have a red dot right there.
Uh-huh.
So for like quick acquisition, just like boom to the shoulder.
Is that faster than normal shooting?
I mean, considering that I'm a noob, it might be. If I was Travis Haley, it would.
Have you seen Travis Haley shoot? I don't think any of his guns look like that.
No, that's because he's a boss.
He is a boss.
I'm just.
And you're an amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
the
no.
boss gets it done.
I mean, if I was Travis Haley, I would win all the time.
I think he does win all the time, doesn't he?
That's probably why he's alive.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, just a sweet suppressor
Uh-huh.
or a barrel extension, and then a flashlight. But see, though, Mark has taught me. Mark has showed me the way.
He's showing you the way. The way, the truth, and the life.
See, I mean, kind of. Because with this one,
Mhm.
with the shorty stock, the V, and the
Video mark.
an angle foregrip.
Doesn't land on that other gun.
You know how many boots or you know how many bags to put in?
Oh, boots. I'll wear my boots.
So, Mark, why don't you get on the live show?
Because I'm.
No. We got too many people on the live show.
Josh,
It's fine. Anything else I don't have, I'll take it with me.
Josh got on the live show.
There you guys. Welcome to the real live show. Sorry for those
Thank you for the
imposters.
entertainment, Ross. That was very informative.
My name is Josh. I play Airsoft from time to time. I own Airsoft guns. You should listen to my expertise.
As opposed to Ross that does not own airsoft guns.
Guys, I'm working on it.
Ross is every time we do a video on something, Ross is like,
I gotta
I'm gonna get
that.
this gun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this one.
Film a video on Polar Stars? Gotta get
Gotta
it.
get
Film
the
a video
Polar Star.
Lancer Tacticals?
I'm gonna get
I
a
should
Lancer
probably
Tactical.
get one of these. So.
Because they all appeal to different parts of Ross.
Hey, here's what's up. If any of you out there in Airsoft, land want to sell your gun
To
for
Ross.
$20,
That's his budget.
So
I'm
we're
here.
thinking spring M16s, probably.
No, he wants a Polar Star.
Oh,
No,
not
no,
for
no,
20
actually,
bucks.
I realized I
That's a
can't
good-
afford a
that's a good
Polar Star.
price.
It's too high. I'm going to shoot for the next level. So if you have like a
A
nice
KWA.
VSC,
416.
KWA, I'll even take an Echo 1 Platinum. I mean, I'll take, if you have something like
This guy
that.
works for,
For 20
the
bucks.
largest airsoft manufacturer.
He's
Not manufacturer.
peddling for airsoft
And he's peddling
guns
for airsoft
on the,
guns
line,
on
on the internet.
I mean, $20, if that appeals to you. I'll even I'll do a little hashtag like,
My beard was shaved off
That's what
and then
happens to beards.
donated to Greg Wall. So he said something about he could not grow a beard. I said, Greg, I got you.
You can have mine.
I'll send you
I've
mine.
got enough beard to
So-
go around.
Yeah, it was really not too difficult to do.
Okay. I can't grow a beard either. I should get in on that beard.
I think it's
trading.
part of the Asianisms, not being able to grow pretty cool beards. I mean, they
It
do
is.
grow cool beards, but they're not full
Some of
tactical
them do.
beards. They
Like
have like the Fu Manchu
the
beard.
kung fu guys. Yeah,
Right,
They
yes.
do cool stuff.
They have really cool beards, but it's definitely not a
It's not like the same like European
like that guy
Buff
looks like
beard,
he
yeah.
just chopped down some trees.
like Techno Viking. That's
Right.
a serious,
that
just
is a serious
a serious face right there. Does Techno Viking have a beard? He's a Viking. He's got to have a beard.
Oh yeah,
right?
he has the little braided.
He's got to have a
Yeah,
beard.
that's right. I should have got my beard braided at one point. That was so good. You know, this is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Cryptech.
Cryptech is pretty cool.
I think I kind of I don't know. I feel like Cryptech's like a cross between like a totally legit camouflage and like a hunting camouflage. Like I feel like they melded those two together and then you get Cryptech.
That's pretty. That's probably an accurate assessment. That's probably not a bad modus operandi to go with either. You know?
I mean, if you can conceal yourself from an animal, you should be able to conceal
they've
yourself
got
from a
noses
human.
and stuff. That
They can smell you. Yeah.
And
I mean-
hear. Their hearing is very good.
I wonder if you could camouflage yourself against a shark. Actually, that wouldn't work. They do electromagnetic pulses to sense things, I
Do
believe.
they?
Yeah, they can
I
sense.
feel like I should know that Shark Week is like right now.
It's happening.
It's happening right
So
now.
you guys know, Shark Week is going on right now. Make sure to head over to discovery.com. We'll put the link to our advertisers right here.
Discovery's not paying us for that. We need to write
Oh, sorry. We're not a part of the Discovery Channel yet.
Just watch just watch EITV. That's all you need to know. And then you don't need to know about sharks.
We'll tell you about sharks.
Yeah.
Fun
They got
fact of the
teeth
day.
and stuff.
Fun fact of the day: if you were to take your hand and rub it against a shark's
It would
skin, it would cut you.
Yeah.
Don't
I've
do
done
that.
that before,
I
actually.
learned that the hard way at the petting zoo
Me
in
too.
the water place at the. Did you go to San Diego?
No. I caught a shark one time when I was younger, and
Oh.
when we had it up on the boat, I went to grab it, and
Poor
that was a
choices
bad
were made.
idea.
Poor
Yeah,
choices were
that
made,
was,
yeah.
that was not
I usually
wise.
try to not touch things that can then remove my hand.
I didn't. I was not aware that the teeth were actually on the skin of the shark. I thought it was just in the mouth, but the whole skin of the shark is teeth.
It's just a little bit crazy.
Yeah, that was actually a very
Um,
painful experience.
Thank you. The White Knights won. I thought it was a pretty legit gun too. Unfortunately, that entire gun is completely torn apart. My SR7 no longer exists.
What are we looking at?
I'm looking at the comments because that's where people can respond to this.
That's where the tracer unit is.
The tracer unit, yeah, it's in the top shelf. Yep, open that one.
Josh is the man.
I'll look in the far back. Far back.
In the
Should
way back.
be underneath there. No. If it's not there, it got moved.
Hmm.
Let's talk about some
Well, we
airsoft
talked about the
guns.
Cryptek hat, right?
Oh yes,
That's
I don't
a
know
new,
how much.
new item from Condor.
This is a new item from Condor. They're
It
going to have
shouldn't
it
be any
in
more
the
than
Highlander, as well as the old greenish one, which I don't know the name of it because, to be
it's
honest
not
with you, there
green.
are so many camouflage patterns coming out these days. I cannot keep track.
I
of all
know,
of them,
right?
so-
I thought it was just, it started with like multicam, and then people started coming with A-tags, and then we got Cryptek, and then there's that Medal of Honor camo. There's lots of different
Project
ones.
Honor camo.
Project
Yeah,
Honor
I feel like
camo.
there's been so many since
Since the last year or two.
exactly.
Yeah.
So this is pretty cool. If you are looking for Cryptek gear, Condor should be making some stuff. Obviously, they got a hat here first, so we'll hopefully see some plate carriers and stuff later on down the road if you guys are into that
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
They're going to start with the hat, and depending on the interest with the hat,
Yeah.
they'll determine whether they want to produce more
This
gear.
isn't a bad looking hat. I would have loved to have seen a one size, not a one size fits all,
Like a
but
flex fit.
flex fit style with mesh that goes all the way around. So I can then flip this around and throw some Velcro right here.
You know
But
what would be really
it's small
great for
things.
airsoft?
If
Is
there
a-
was like a hat, like with a pad that could stop babies from hitting
yeah,
you,
or just like
oh
a
my
hard, like
gosh.
something to protect your head.
I wish somebody would come out with that.
Somebody should definitely make that.
Well, anyways, moving on from the hat, it's a hat. It blocks the sun from your eyes. You can wear it backwards and be totally rad from the 80s with your hair sticking out the front.
Mhm.
I think this is pretty
Or
cool.
sideways, and you can be like from the 90s with your
Actually,
hair
they were-
sticking out the side.
The 90s was more of a what are those visors, you know? Everybody had like a little.
Yeah,
I
with the
call it-
visor and the fanny pack. I get you.
Not
I know.
fanny pack, someone. But did you guys already talk about this super low speed gun?
Yeah, this Mark's low speed gun.
Yeah.
He
This thing
doesn't.
is so
He doesn't
slow.
build high speed.
I don't know why
guns.
he built such slow guns. I really
You know,
don't get it.
you think he would be able to pick it up a little bit, with the rate of fire, but
It's supposed to be a tech. I don't know. Okay, so let's move on to this big honkin' fully upgraded thing that came in that I don't know the specs about because I don't have a spec sheet in front of me. But
I don't have a spec sheet on this either. But I know a little bit about it. Obviously, it's the base gun is the ASW 338, the
Right.
Ashbury Precision Ordnance gun. And our tech Aaron
I'll
has
show you guys how big
fine-tuned
the
it.
suppressor is really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and still going.
Yeah.
Still going. And there's the end of the suppressor.
There it
So
is. It's about 11 inches long. 12
This gun
inches long.
is quite long.
So the gun, I actually don't even know what it shoots out of the box. I think it shoots 1.5 joules according to the sticker on the side of it. But Aaron has installed what I believe is a 170 spring in this thing. To be able to support the 170 spring, we have a zero trigger box installed with some upgraded sears and stuff like that. And as a result of the zero trigger, the trigger pull is very, very light. Yeah.
Bam.
The trigger
That's pretty
pull
cool.
is very crisp and very light. As we can see, it looks like we have a Palsonite cylinder here. We've got an upgraded cylinder.
Some of these words, I know what they mean.
Palsonite is, if I...
Sounds like a
I
friend of mine
think-
who works at the Smithsonian.
Palsonite code? Maybe I've got it completely wrong. Well, from what I understand, it's a treatment that goes onto steel, similar to how anodizing goes to aluminum.
Okay.
So it protects it, hardens it, and it gives it a
Can you
kind
make
of
it cool colors?
I think you can, but this one is
That's
like
pretty
dark
nice.
gray. We've got an upgraded spring and spring guide in here. Now, the zero trigger mechanism, this gun is supposed to be compatible or backwards compatible with VSR 10 parts. However, Aaron mentioned that quite a bit of custom fitting had to go in to get some of these parts to fit. So it's not a direct drop-in. So if you're thinking on getting the APO and dropping VSR 10 stuff in here, it's not going to go in easily. You're going to have to modify quite a few things on here. And just an example, maybe I can show Josh. You can see all the machining that went into the trigger box right here.
Yes, I can.
So
there was definitely some significant actual tech work done on this one. They actually had to go through and mill out some things to make sure that it was.
So you can see the shiny metal right here, and that's because in order
that's
to
where
get
the ground marks are, because you guys were at work. Not grounding, but I mean they had to file it down to get everything to fit properly.
To get it to fit properly and to get the magazine to work. So it's not a direct drop-in with VSR 10 stuff. You are going to have to modify it. Looks like Bob has joined us now.
Yep. Cool. I'm going to step out, guys. I was just
timing,
subbing in for a little bit, but it's a pretty cool gun. Check it out on our website. I don't know how much it's going to cost because it is fully upgraded, so there could be some
pricing is to be determined.
Yeah, exactly. Some really cool stuff inside of it. But I will catch you guys later. See you on the YouTubes.
So, are we taking this?
No. Whew. So Bob, you know a little bit about sniper rifles.
That I do.
What do you think about this one?
I've actually been eagerly awaiting this for quite some time. For one, it looks really cool. For two, it's got a lot of features I would want. And for three, it's actually not nearly as heavy as you would expect for a sniper rifle.
Well, it looks bulky because it's not as slim as a M700.
It looks bulky, but even with this MOX suppressor on the end, this barrel extension, it actually is very well balanced. And I mean, when I started out sniping, I had a Tanaka M700, and that weighed way more than a real Remington 700.
Mm-hmm.
So at least being used to that, this will be so much easier. And this is upgraded, right?
That is upgraded. We have a bunch of upgraded parts that I've already mentioned here. But, yeah, this thing is pretty sweet.
Yeah, see, I like this because not only will you be an effective sniper, but you'll be able to displace really quickly because of how light this is. And with the folding stock, I mean, if you needed to, you could get into and out of a vehicle, but you could fold the stock, throw on your back, and be good to go. Yeah, so this is really awesome. And, again, looks really badass, especially with the carbon fiber. So, yeah, this is definitely something I want to use.
Agreed.
So,
all right.
pretty awesome.
Well, we don't have a price yet, as Josh mentioned. We're going to have to wait on that once we get the final price list from our technician.
It's also nice that it's spring, too, because, you can use that in a variety of different climates as opposed to, I mean, I'm used to gas sniper rifles because, I live in California, so it's a lot easier to use those. But if you live in a cold weather environment or something where, it can get cold very quickly, then that's pretty awesome.
Indeed.
Do you know what the price tag is on that?
No, the base gun is $795 though, so it can only go up from there.
Yeah, so definitely if you're, thinking about getting into sniping, you may want to try something more affordable, but if you've already played a sniper role, then that is definitely quite something to use. But, if you do have a lot of cash and you definitely want to, get into sniping and you can afford that, that is a badass way to start. So, whoo!
So there's a couple amount of products to your left.
To my left.
To the left, to the left.
No more, Tim. No more. Alrighty. Okay, let's see what we got. Alright, this is actually probably a little bit heavier than that sniper rifle we just had on.
This is a part of our ECA line. It's called Extreme Custom Armory, and we catch a little bit of flack on the interwebs sometimes because our techs put awesome guns together, and everyone complains that, well, it's just the outside. You just put a rail system on the gun. You didn't upgrade it. So we're taking it a step further, and now we're creating the ACA line, which is completely customized gearboxes.
What does ACA stand? Advanced?
Extreme Custom Armory.
You just said ACA.
Oh, I'm sorry, ECA.
Okay.
That's what it's supposed to be, it's ECA.
Unacceptable.
And so this is a G&G HBA long. It has everything that you can imagine upgraded on this thing. Gears, piston, cylinder head, motor, barrel, everything that can be done to the gun internally.
What kind of barrel does it have?
I believe it's a Magic Box barrel.
Wow. Well, that is pretty awesome because definitely one of the things that can be a little, it can sour you in the experience of having a DMR is the fact that it'll look like it, but it won't perform like it. So it's nice to have one right out of the box that, you can reach out and touch someone with an Airsoft BB and be effective. So that's pretty cool. And the other thing is, when you're using this, I like that the weight is mostly right here because it's not that hard to carry. If it was further up front, that would be a little tougher. But yeah, you definitely have to get used to the weight of this, but boy, does it look badass.
It's a solid gun. Now,
Yeah.
the price tag is going to reflect the amount of work that's gone into it.
Quite. I mean, you can't get a custom gun for...
lot of the ECA guns, they're going to be in the neighborhood of $1,000 or more.
Mm.
And so, if you want a customized gun internally, that's what it's going to cost you. Now, the gun itself is already pretty pricey. The G&G M14, I think, is $450 or something like that.
Yeah, but that's like letting our techs say, we're telling our techs basically, like, soup this up to how you would want it to be able to engage on the battlefield, like soup everything up. And they do that, and that's how much it's going to cost. The price tag reflects not only the parts involved, but the quality of the craftsmanship of our techs.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, these guys are world-class techs. So,
Definitely.
yeah, definitely, especially being trained by Frank Chu, who's literally just a savant as far as airsoft technique goes. Yeah. We just got like a library up here. So,
I thought it was more in this area.
no, that's his neck.
You sure? Okay.
No, it's more frontal a little bit.
Sometimes.
But yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, I am a big fan of M14s, but
I like the EBR M14 especially. It looks really awesome, and the fact that you can have a super customized one is pretty darn cool.
yeah, so I kind of like the SOC 16 a little bit, you know, shorty one.
Harrison, when I first met him, had a SOC 16
Mm-hmm.
back when the G&G M14 was new, and he loved that thing. I grew on me a little bit because Harrison was so enthusiastic
Rock and
about
roll
it.
night, yeah.
But I never pulled the trigger on one. I never purchased one. I've shot one, but I don't know. The EBR look is newer. It's cooler. It's got more rail space. So
It does have a lot more rail space. Yeah, that's all I got.
that's about it.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next one.
Moving on to the next gun. Before we do that, Bob, how far along did you get on your TVB5 packing?
Everything's done.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
I'm just curious to make sure you got everything, all your high caps ready to go.
Yeah, I got the high caps. We got the LM4 gas mags. I actually have like 7 of those, and I have 6 pistol mags, 3 for each of my pistols, 4 grenades, 1 dead rag, so I can hand to you because you're gonna need the dead rag. And actually, I brought the barrel plug that Ryan Pangrant's mom made for us.
I have one of those too.
Yeah, but you didn't bring it, did you?
No, I didn't.
I didn't think so.
No,
All right. Ooh, this is a Troy Battle Axe stock.
Battle Axe stuff.
Awesome. I've seen Jet using this thing quite a bit.
Yeah, this is the gun that was built by Tech Aaron in the last Top Tech Challenge that he actually won.
Really?
Yeah, he won the last Top Tech Challenge.
No, I heard that. I didn't realize this was the gun. I feel like I
This is the
shouldn't
gun.
touch it anymore.
You probably shouldn't.
No.
But like I mentioned in the video,
There we go.
man, I just failed real bad right there.
What?
They haven't seen the Top Tech Challenge. Okay, well I spoiled the ending for you. It's alright.
You know, it's funny because we can't. There's no delay on. I mean, there's a delay, but you can't go back and edit that. Well, I guess you guys
This is
watched the
the gun
live
that
show.
Aaron
Got
made.
some
For
info.
the specs on it, you're gonna have to watch Top Tech Challenge. It's gonna be like real soon. I just realized. Well, I mean, I saw the edit on it today, so I proofed it, and I thought that I was watching it online, but it seems like it blurred. You know, TV land and reality gets blurred sometimes.
Wow, quietly jetting.
I had a pretty interesting email get sent to me earlier today, actually like late last night. This mom in Colorado was frantically like going through her records to make sure that she got her son into TVB, and she hadn't, and she already purchased her airplane tickets and everything like that. She's like, I can't find my email. I don't know where it is. And so I called her up, and I was like, Elizabeth, hi, this is Tim from GI. We don't have your name on file for any of the either side, Tim or Bob. But it looks like 2 people just canceled their tickets.
Really?
Dude, 2 openings opened up for my team
Ooh.
today. And I was like, go ahead and get on your computer and purchase them right now.
That is.
It was so fortunate because I just at that time because both teams were sold out as of yesterday or a couple days ago. And they've been sold out for a while.
They've been sold out for like a week and a half.
Yeah, and so I just looked online and 2 people canceled on my team. So I was like, Elizabeth, get your son into the game right now. Purchase the tickets. She's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, I didn't do anything just to make sure you get your tickets in, and she was so happy.
Well, next time you can be like, I moved heaven and earth to make this happen.
Well, that's the thing. I was prepared to tell her, the game is sold out, but I can get you in the game if you already have your travel arrangements. But it was fortunate I didn't need to do that. You know, because the tickets were made available. But
that sucks when people are in that position where they've done all these other things and then they forget to buy the tickets, and that's why we kept warning everyone.
The thing is that she didn't forget; she had it, or at least she thought she purchased everything.
Oh,
so she had everything ready to go, and she just happened to be double checking everything yesterday.
Wow.
And she sent me an email like, "Oh my God, I'm sick to my stomach right now. I don't think I bought the tickets, but I'm pretty sure I did."
That would be heartbreaking for a kid who has his heart set on it. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, he's going to be on your team, so I guess he's not going to have that much fun.
Wait, I thought you said she got a ticket for your team.
Yeah, she did, but her son was intending to play on your team.
Okay,
so he has desert camouflage.
Okay, yeah, that was
so it's not going to make him go on my team if he is prepared with everything for the
could be a
side.
dick about it.
I could be, but I don't want to ruin their time. I want to ruin yours.
I feel like I said that. I said that at Tim versus about 4 or 4.5. It's like, Tim, I'm perfectly willing to ruin your day. I don't want to ruin your player's day.
I've gotten a couple of emails from a couple of guys that want to spy for my team.
I've gotten a couple emails from a couple guys who want to spy for my
I'm
team.
sure you're in cahoots with them, but I told them that, you know, guys, we're going to play this one straight up. So
You're full of crap.
I'm
You
not
are so-
bullshitting you.
You're so
I'll
full
forward
of
you
it.
those emails.
You
I'll
are
forward you
full
those
of
emails.
it.
Ben Estefania emailed me. It's like, yeah, I want to be a spy. I'm like, you know what, man? We'll play this one straight up. He can confirm if he's watching.
That's cute.
He was actually at TVB 2, 3, and 4. He was one of the Californians that flew out to the
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, you're telling me you're playing it straight after you've been told by Craig that you have something special?
I'm not doing anything.
Uh-huh.
Craig is just.
Oh,
making it happen.
no, you have nothing to do with that.
What am I going to do? He owns the field, Bob. I can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you could, politely refuse and say, like, hey, no, Craig, I'm playing this straight.
I politely refuse the spies, okay? I think that's grace enough.
Oh, that's
You
cute.
are rebelling against my
Tim Empire?
government. Yeah. I mean, we can't cut you that much slack.
Oh, pretty bird. Actually, do you want to tell me more about this gun that Aaron built, at least?
The Top Tech Challenge was centered around building an SPR. So it's not a DMR, not a designated marksman rifle, but a special purpose rifle that could reach longer distances than your standard rifleman, but not have special rules like need to be semi-only or anything like that. So Aaron chose to build a 20-inch barreled gun. They had a set budget of $160 to build the internals and $200-something to build the externals. They had a set time, actually, that they could build it on, and that's actually the cool thing about it, is that Aaron and Spencer both set up.
I was trying to get the whole gun in the frame, but it ain't working out. All right.
They only had 30 minutes to build the guns.
Oh, what?
Well, the internals. They had 30 minutes to build the gearbox, 30 minutes to build the externals.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I thought it by shortening the stock. Oh, there we go.
Ah, yeah. What I actually like about this, and what I would probably do something similar for an SPR. Not as easy as oh wow.
There we go.
Having this grip pod on here is actually a really good choice. When I had my M16, I used a grip pod because I had a fair amount of extra range with that thing. I'd gotten it worked on by a tech that's a friend of mine, and it had, like I said, a fair amount of range. But with the grip pod, you'll have, obviously, a foregrip, but you also have a bipod. And it's really nice when you get, low and prone, or if you're in, like, a cover position. It's a really handy thing to have. And in addition to that, if you're in between games, it's really nice to just put the grip pod down and set your gun down so you don't get in the dirt. You've seen me do that before.
I've always loved the functionality of the grip pod. I just can't get over how it works.
Yeah, that was my big issue, too. Is
It's
that
not the most attractive vertical grip.
it does look kind of stupid, but at the same time, if it's stupid and it works,
It's not stupid.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
but this is the gun that Aaron built that he won with. And, and that other gun
Just said it
Spencer's
again.
gun. I know. I mean, they already know. They've been watching. So.
unless someone just came in. Yeah. All right, well, moving on to the next one.
Whew, we are trucking along. Now, Spencer actually built his gun with a little bit of inspiration from the Lone Ranger, or the Lone Survivor.
Oh, that's quite a bit different than,
yeah, Johnny Depp face paint and stuff.
Yeah.
But so he wanted to build a Mark 12 SPR. God, I'm really bad with Navy SEAL insignia.
I'm just gonna let you shoot that out.
This is an SPR inspired by the military. Just go with that. So Aaron went with a little bit more of a wet works type of gun. Spencer actually put 2 SPR kits together to build this because the one that we originally wanted wasn't in stock. But This is actually used by one of the characters in The Lone Survivor. We grabbed a screenshot from the trailer that aired a couple of days ago, and this is one of the guns that's using it. So we're actually thinking of making this a super custom gun, painting it just like it is in the movie, and doing a tactical gearheads based off of that in the near future.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that movie. The story of Marcus Luttrell is definitely steeped in.
It's Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg's in it.
He's playing Marcus Luttrell.
Is that his character?
Yeah.
Do you know which one survives?
Marcus Luttrell.
Oh, he's the one that makes it?
Yeah.
Dang it. I totally thought it was Emil Hirsch.
Get out! Get out! Good Lord. Okay, well, one thing I want to say before Tim goes on with his heresy is the fact that, you know, if you don't like the grip pod, this is actually a very good setup for that, because you got the foregrip that is, I'll probably have to stock a little further out right there. The foregrip is in just the right place for me, and you've got this Harris-style bipod, you know, that, you know, you're going to obviously have bipod functionality. But when you put it up, it also looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, if you don't like the grip pod of that style, this is basically something that's much more tactical. If for me, I'd probably go with the grip pod, but I don't know. I mean, it's a tough decision.
The
This
grip
is
pod
pretty.
is actually going to be a lighter setup, I think.
Yeah, but
Because
this
the Harris
is.
bipod's made out of metal. It's a little bit bulkier.
Yeah, when you put it up, it gives you a lot of front weight to the gun. But that said, I mean, this does look really badass too. So that is pretty cool. Is this a stock hand grip?
Yeah, I think it's like
Okay, well that works pretty well, at least for this gun too. At least it's texturized.
Yeah.
It's Crane style stock. I like Battle Axe stock more. Personal preference.
Yeah, but Spencer was going for something military-esque. So.
I noticed they both are using. They're from different companies, but they're 3:9 zoom by 40mm scopes. So it's very interesting. It chose the same style of scope.
Well, they had a pretty strict budget.
Oh,
they
really?
had $160 for the internals, $200 something for the externals. They only had $100 to accessorize.
Oh wow.
And bipods and scopes and stuff can be expensive. We're talking about one of the nicer, like Instastart Vism scopes. Those are not even better, like $200. So that was way out of their budget. They couldn't choose anything like that.
Well, I would say for airsoft sniping, at least my own opinion is that if I had a scope, I would want at least like a 3 to 6 zoom. Like you're really not going to need like 7, 8, and 9. Between 3 and 6, maybe 3 and 5 zoom is what you're going to be using.
Yeah.
And I would personally, my choice is 40mm and above. So thankfully, these are both 40mm. Just because I think the smaller scopes, you know, they just don't give me as much vision as I would want. So yeah. So this is I mean, these scopes are definitely acceptable, if not like the minimum or what I would want. So that's nice.
It gets the job done.
Yeah.
You can't really have an SPR without a scope. It kind of defeats the purpose.
I mean, you could use one without it.
Yeah, you could. I mean, especially in airsoft. But if you're talking about like real SPRs, shooting the distances
Yeah.
that you need to shoot, you got to
Absolutely.
Ooh.
The only thing I would probably want, and I was thinking on both of these guns, is maybe some sort of like, you know, canted mounts or something. But again, with only $100 in accessories.
I've always liked the one that kind of sits right on top. Like
I agree,
that.
but that's really expensive.
It can be.
Yeah, so
Anytime you have 2 optics on the gun, it's
pretty legit.
I mean, you could add a kitchen sink to the gun. It'd be pretty pricey.
Well, you saw my loadout earlier. I think that's another in the line of kitchen sink loadouts.
Yeah, you see you're carrying like 4 grenades, 2 pistols, 2 rifles.
No, I'm going to be carrying 4 grenades.
Let your dignity at home, though, this time.
I always leave my dignity at home. It's my other set of drawers.
Oh yeah, we sold that. I forgot.
Oh yeah, and they sold out, so I can't get that back.
Can't get that back.
I think
Nobody returned
I
it.
think we shipped our knife with my
At least
dignity.
everybody was satisfied though. We didn't get any returns.
The product reviews were great.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Should do that again.
There's none left to sell.
Maybe we'll sell something else.
Maybe we can sell your self-respect.
Or your soul.
No, we're not doing that. Well, I will say I'm pretty impressed with both of these builds for a top tech challenge. I'm actually eagerly watching that because you didn't let me see it, but I was pretty busy filming a tactical gearhead. So, yeah, I like our top tech challenges because Spencer and Aaron are both incredibly knowledgeable about what they do. They're actually just very good at their jobs, indeed. So, yeah, I'm really happy with what they do. Also, Aaron was the one that not souped up, but made functional my Tokyo Marui AK for Tim vs. Bob 3, and that's the same AK I'll be using for Tim vs. Bob 5.
Nice.
Yeah. Because it was not functioning for like 5 years.
I am using none of my own guns. I'm bringing one of them. I'm bringing my Scar. So I'm bringing my Scar to the game. I think I'm going to use Mark's gun instead, though. It's got a little bit better performance.
Yeah, I'm pissed about that because, Mark's a great guy. He's a really great guy. Now, when you hear his gunfire, he sounds like he's a dick. Because the rate of fire is like 30 BBs and above. It's like,
no, it's just under
No.
because he has to use that at Tax City.
he didn't play Tax City.
Yeah, he does.
No, he plays SC Viper, didn't he?
No,
No.
he plays at Tax City. And at Tax City, you can't have anything shooting higher than 30.
Well, it's probably 29 rounds. I don't know.
29.99.
The one out there, wasn't it? Out there is like 42 rounds per second.
No, that's this one, I think. The one's right there.
Well, whatever it is, that's too much of my
The one's
opinion.
right there, bro.
Wait, you got Filipino phone?
The one's right there.
Oh man. Well, that is pretty cool. I can't wait for the Top Tech Challenge to come out. How long is the video, by the way?
It's only about 8 minutes.
Really?
Ross did a pretty good cut on it. Yeah, I mean, the builds took 30 minutes for the first, 30 minutes for the second. We actually had 2 shooting challenges in there, too.
I was going to ask. Who won?
Wait! What?
Don't say.
You just... Why'd you ask?
Because I was a test fan.
No. Okay.
I
can't say.
It's an awkward silence. Well, why don't you tell us what the shooting competition was
It was just a
about?
plate rack of five plates, and the first one was a pistol, so we used a KGW M9. Bam, 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 fastest time. The second one, we actually used a spring shotgun.
Really?
Yeah, we did. We had the shell and the shotgun on the table. Shooter ready, go. We had to load the shotgun, pump it, bam, 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 bam.
I highly approve. I wish I was there for that.
It was pretty cool. It was the winner of that one was decided in 0.2 of a second. They were both really close.
You can't quietly tell me without them hearing, can you?
No, I'll tell you later.
Alright.
But I will tell you that I did the shotgun challenge after they were all done, and I cut their times in half. So those guys are both really slow.
Nice. Excellent work, Tim. I'm
In their defense, though, I did get to watch them do it, and so I put together a strategy to make it much faster.
well, very well played. Way to put the tech department in their place. So
The funny thing was Frank tried it, but if Frank doesn't get a good start, he just kind of gives up. And
yeah.
so it took him a while
Screw
to get in the rhythm, but
Yeah.
the first couple times he just laughed himself off the shooting block.
That is pretty funny. It is fun to watch Frank do speed shooting, or what's that called? Not IPSC. IPSC, yeah. Because his
IPSC,
gun.
that's what it is.
Yeah, I just forgot how you say it correctly, but yeah, his gun is pretty kitted out for him. He's pretty good at it, so it's kind of fun to watch
Yeah,
him
he's
work
got a
here.
couple
So.
of videos on. I don't know if they're online, but he showed us his videos a couple of times.
Mhm.
Bob, somebody's asking what gun you're going to be using at TV5. I know you've already mentioned it, but go ahead and say it again.
I'll be using a Tokyo Marui AK-47, one I've had for just about a decade, that has recently been made functional again by our great Airsoft GI Tech department. They work wonders. My backup gun is going to be my LM4 PTS with a huge amount of accessories. I'll be using my KWA HK-45 along with my KWA 1911, along with, well, grenades on guns. So what are you using?
I am using Mark's M4 to start, probably. And I've also got an Airsoft GI custom gun with American barrel installed from the tech department that I'll be using as a backup gun in case I get bored with Mark's gun. And I also brought my G&G Scar as a backup gun because I like the Scar. It's a nice gun.
You work well with the Scars. When we played at Tax City South, you were
I think that was the
wrecking
last
house.
time I used the Scar.
Yeah.
In fact, when I used it at that game, that's when I realized how terribly slow the red fire is. Because that first, I remember very distinctly seeing a couple of guys running in front of me, like, okay, I got this. Pull the trigger. And it just takes so long for
Really?
that first BB to fire.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
I have since changed the motor on it, but I haven't used it since.
I thought it was funny that the Scar with a longer barrel is set up for CQB and your Scar with a shorter barrel is set up for field FPS.
Well, it's just, at the
Poorly
time,
done?
well, see, the FPS changes sometimes depending on when the gun is made. And so the first couple of batches of Scars, they only shot 330 FPS. So that's the older gun. I had the longer one. When I got the second Scar, I had the shorter barrel, but at that time, G&G bumped up the FPS to 400. So I haven't changed the FPS. Both the guns are relatively stock, except for the motor now in my tan Scar. So, I mean, it's just whatever shot out of the box.
I was actually watching, someone was asking us earlier if you and I work well together when we Airsoft. I think we do. Most of the time. But when we played at Tax City South, one of the things that I thought was actually really cool that you did, you're using the Scar, and this is something that you can really only do with AGs. You try this with gas mags, you're going to ruin your gas mags. But basically, you were shooting with dry, you just dump the mag onto the ground, and then loaded another one within probably like a second and a half, which looked legit as hell on camera. You scan. All right, let me pick up my mag.
Yeah.
So it looks cool. I honestly never have the heart to do it because I hate dropping my mags, but when you do it on camera, it looks pretty awesome. So
It saves a little bit of time, and I only do that if I know there's imminent danger.
Yeah, and yeah, there were people going all around us at that point. Yeah, I remember.
I think I have a pretty slow reload. I never watched any of those rifle dynamics.
Oh yeah, Magpul Dynamics.
I never saw any of those, and so my reload is really slow, but it's what I'm used to. So if I don't drop my mag right on the floor, I actually pull my mag out and dump it, and then pull it out of my pouch, which could be made more better.
I find I'm often pretty slow reloading mags when someone's watching me, and then when no one's around, I'm like,
You ever see that?
No. When I was in Atlanta, actually, and I just started using the Costa leg rig, that made my reload so much faster with my gasket. So like dump, in, slam, go, and it was so much faster.
G-Code actually, I saw on Jesse Lockhart's page that came out with a new hip system for rifle and pistol mags. It's actually kind of neat. The pistol mags are upright, but a rifle mag is set to the side.
Oh, that's
and it's
smart.
supposed to be good economy of movement of just pulling it out in one fluid motion, installing it to the gun.
So like you pull it back that way, or
I don't know.
frontwards?
Jesse explained it in text how you wrap your palm and your thumb around it and how you're supposed to pull it out. I didn't pay attention too much to it because I wasn't that interested in it, but it looked pretty neat.
You talk to Jesse?
I haven't talked with him recently. No.
That is a fun guy.
Yeah,
This is not my kind of scene.
Oh, dude, that was so funny.
The G-Code guys are really awesome. I hope we get a
Yeah.
chance to hang out with the guy. I remember when they it was at Timber Spot 4, and they're like, "Hey Bob, what kind of leg panel is that?" I was like, "It's a G-Code leg panel, man." He's like,
It's the
"Come
old
here."
one.
Yeah, it's the old one. Give me that.
Yeah.
Pop out the RTI system, throw it up, and say, "Put this on." All
In
right.
the middle of the battle.
Yeah, and it worked. God bless the RTI system. That is one hell of an innovation.
Yeah, I like that. I'm actually bringing 2 G-Code leg panels, and I'll be switching my holster to them depending on what I decide to run.
Wait, you got a left-handed holster too?
No, they're both right-handed, but one of them attaches to my battle belt, and one of them attaches to a normal belt. So if I decide not to run my battle belt, then I got a panel for that.
Yeah, I want to set up a battle belt. I definitely don't have a workable one of those yet. So.
I have found the battle belt does not work well with spare tire.
No, spare tires are problematic.
You got the battle belt and the spare tire. It's just, bending over, especially if you run a plate carrier and a battle belt.
Yeah, see, I was thinking of just doing like the battle belt, by itself, because like sometimes I go to CQB games and I don't want to get fully kitted out. It's kind of a good minimalist rig.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say about that? Oh yeah, Bob, do you use the tracer unit? I'm a little frustrated we couldn't find the tracer unit to send up north in time.
Sorry, I'm still
It's okay.
loading my spare tire.
It's okay, buddy. It's fine.
It makes the battle belt hard to use.
Hopefully we can get some tracer action up north, though. Maybe I can send it up with glass.
It was one of my favorite moments on GATV. I think it was one of the bloopers where, I don't know, you and I were both just like,
Oh yeah,
we're fat.
yeah, because we're just the camera's off, or like we're in between scenes. We're like, I was like playing with my belly, and you start playing with your belly. We're fat. Look at how fat we are.
That is one of the best bloopers, I think.
Yeah. What's up, Ross?
Hello, Ross.
Oh man.
So tracer units. If we don't have it sent up, if we find it by tomorrow, we could feasibly send it tomorrow.
We
Send a small package
just
tomorrow.
send it with jet.
Or we could send it with Jet. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Much better idea.
I'm actually jealous. I kind of wish I was taking that like 6-hour car ride with like jet level Captain Chris, because I'll bet they're gonna get some funny ass video.
Oh, yeah, it could be fun.
It's gonna be like 3 jackasses in a car together.
It could be seriously fun. Actually.
Yeah, I know. And it's a really pretty drive up there, especially when you go by Blackwell's Corner. We've driven up Pell Beach, and that's actually the area where James Dean was killed.
Oh, Highway
Near 46?
46, yeah.
46, yeah. And it's called the largest parking lot, but they've also got a big-ass gas station with just a horrendous amount of just different hot sauces. And
The last time I was
things.
on Highway 46, I was traveling at a high rate of speed.
which is really stupid to do down Blood Alley. It's a poor choice.
You were with me, remember that?
Yeah. I woke up in the middle of it, you were like swerving. I was like,
I wasn't swerving. No, that was a different highway.
oh, okay.
That was on the way home.
101? Yeah.
No, that was on the way home. We were Priest Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Priest Valley. So.
I think what was really funny about that is you said you were telling that story to Buddha. He was like, "Oh, Bob, you should ride with me next time." You're like, "Buddha, I want to live."
Yeah. I was like, that's
I
cool,
think
guy.
I'll say it 10
No, because I trust your driving. I mean, Buddha, you're a great guy. I trust his driving more. So, yeah. My driving, however, is suspect.
Hey, man, we've all been there.
Your
Not
tongue
exactly.
sewn back together?
No, but I've crashed my fair share of cars.
That's fair.
Two of them.
My sister hit a parked Mercedes.
I've hit a parked Mercedes.
Oh, dude.
I hit Sonny's Mercedes. Or, no, I hit Sonny's Porsche.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I backed in at your house, actually.
What?
It was when you were on the hill in Hollywood.
Oh, really?
It was that day we did that shoot with the gravity gun or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
We went down to the market to grab something, and I was backing up, and Sonny's Porsche was parked there, and I backed into it.
Did
There
he
was no
know?
damage.
Oh,
Yeah, he was
okay.
in the car with me.
Oh, okay. I bet he's pissed.
No, he was just like, "Oh, damn it! Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with my car. Oh, Tim, your car's messed up."
My mom got a new car a little while ago, and it has one of those rear view cameras on it.
Perfect.
Yeah, well, it's great because my mom has hit my sister's Lexus.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a used Lexus, by the way, but it's still Lexus. She's hit it 3 times when it's parked behind her. And the
camera's gonna come in handy.
yeah, now. And I was like, hey, Jane, remember last time? She's like, yeah, that was funny. And I was actually telling Kathleen, she asked what it was. Jane backed up into the car, and we got out, and Marie was in the kitchen and couldn't see. And she was like, what do we do? I was like, well, get the F out of here, Jane. And we get in the car, and we peace out. She's like, you think Marie will notice? I was like, no, how about $20? She notices within a month. Marie had no idea, and then I had to tell her a month later, but she was pissed.
She didn't even realize it?
No, well, it hit the front license plate and crumpled it in, and Marie
Wow.
doesn't pay attention. So.
Actually, I hit Sonny's license plate too, and it was the same thing.
Oh,
It's
right.
like the screw that holds the license plate on, my car hit that exact screw. And so it just kind of like pushed Sonny's bumper in a little bit. And then there was no damage to Sonny's car, but now that's when my bumper's all messed up.
Wow.
I never got that fixed.
I've been hit by a snowplow before.
That must suck.
Yeah, it was coming at us, and the guy put his snowplow down to try and stop him, and I didn't even turn the car. I was like, and there was 6 people in the back. I was like, brace for impact, gentlemen. Just slam! Go to the front of the car, there's a dent that big. I was like, son of a biscuit.
For being a snowplow, that's a pretty small thing.
Yeah, but right over the hill, that snowplow tore like a U-shaped gouge out of the whole side of this guy's truck. Like there was no side door. Yeah, so I took. I don't know why we got off on this topic, but
I
a
don't know
lot of
either.
funny accidents, I guess.
The
Oh,
best accidents are the ones you live through.
yeah, yeah. Had some close ones.
Otherwise, they're not as fun.
No.
This is an Airsoft live show, not people with cars show. Well, you know, Top Gear's supposed to be like an automobile show too, but they very rarely talk about cars, so.
Yeah.
That is our friend with reference 1 on the right track.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited for Tim vs. Bob 5. I mean, regardless of who wins, I know we're all going to have a fun time. And I'm excited to go to the largest indoor airsoft field in North America, if not the world.
120,000.
No big deal. Whatever. That's a big deal.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
And I heard, actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on here. I'll tell you later. Sorry. These things just come to mind, but I hear
I hope
things,
you remember.
I hear things that I'm not supposed to say.
Well, don't forget. Please tell me afterward.
Well, you can remind me in 6 minutes, because that's what we're getting on.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. I feel like I almost have enough grenades.
I mean, you have
4.
that's 4 more than I got.
Yeah, I know. And we're not allowed to use dummy grenades, right?
I think the grenade has to have an action.
Okay, that's all right.
So
I've got,
I think Thunder Bees are going to be the best thing to use there. They are so loud.
they're so loud. I mean, I feel like the tornado impact grenades are more effective in getting people out.
No, because I think the Thunder Bee's supposed to do the same thing. The Thunder Bee's supposed to act like a robot.
But it's within like so many feet, though, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the tornado, like if it hits you, you know.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I mean, Jet and I had a tornado grenade thrown at us as we were at Army birthday, and it just kind of like sputtered, didn't really do anything.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. So
It's usually it's weird because like either that thing was leaking or they didn't put enough gas.
They probably didn't rate it right.
Yeah. A. Coons. Is there walk-ons at Tim vs. Bob 5? There are 0 walk-ons allowed. That's just because there's an upper limit of players that will at least make the game enjoyable, and we don't want to go beyond that. So there are
We
no
really can't
walk-ons
pack
allowed.
any more players into this game. We're really at a cap of 250 for the whole game. So it's 125 on each side. If we had 10, 20, 30, 40 more people in the game, it would be a madhouse.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime in the future, because Craig did say that he's planning on adding a lot more cover into that field. We might be able to support a larger game there, but I think most of the battle areas on TVB5 are going to be taken up.
See. Bob, will there be a TVB6 and where will it be? I'm going to field that question to Tim.
There are no plans as of yet for a TVB6, but there's probably going to be planning happening in 2014 for something like that. I mean, I guess I should say there is preliminary plans of location scouting for the next game, Whether it's a TVB or TV someone else or BB somebody else, we'll see how that goes. But there probably will be another Airsoft GI game in the future. And yeah, Jet's actually been all over the country looking at a couple of different places. Again, I can't really say too much, but just stay tuned.
Should be interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I gotta say, if there's one piece of gear in your kit,
Mac is Irish. He would like a shout out.
that's Mac 2851.
Thanks for being Irish.
Irish.
Thanks for those Lucky Charms. Isn't that an Irish cereal? It's Kellogg's. What? It's a leprechaun, right? Those Irish? They're Irish people.
It's a cereal.
I know. Good lord. I'm just making fun.
Quietly judging.
Stream with Level Cap.
Level Cap will actually be fighting for the Rebellion at Tim vs. Bob 5. So
You can have him.
I'm very excited to
We
have
don't
him.
need him.
Oh, whatever. He's actually a pretty good airsoft.
He is a darn good airsofter.
Especially for someone who just
Considering
started.
he just started,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's pretty darn good.
But you can have him.
I'm very excited to have him. You're just sad that I asked him first.
Didn't even cross my mind.
Weren't we at the live show and you were about to say something? I was like, wait, hold on, Tim. You'll be on my team? And then,
You know, Charlie says he was on the live show. I don't think I was there for that live show.
I thought you were sitting to my right.
I was there on the live show where we had him on the phone. I don't think I was at the live show where he was there.
That's weird because
Somebody else must have been there.
well, it doesn't matter. I'm just really excited he's going to be out there to play because, we'll have him, Jet, Chris Warfighter. I'm curious to see all the generals that are going to be up there. They're going to help us plan and then execute the event. So
Yeah. Jet definitely learned a lot from the ball hat guys, and so he'll be taking some cues from them about, you, what are you doing? You, what are you doing? The whole breakdown.
yeah, no, that's very, very helpful. Sam Irving, Eugene Pastor,
What is that?
Motor Mania,
What are we doing now? We're just...
Labrador Lion. People asking for shout-outs.
No. Everybody wants a shout out now.
Ginger Ninja and Cafe.
Motor Mate Mia.
I already said it.
Labrador. No more shout outs, please.
Dylan Neiman. Okay.
Who's better, Tim or Jet?
Jet.
Definitely me.
I will say you are pretty good at airsofting. Jet is better at having fun. Jet plays way more than you do. Jet is pretty fun at exploiting circumstances.
I'm definitely better at being half Chinese than Jet is.
Very true. Very true.
Jet is better at being Filipino.
Highly acceptable. Oh, man.
So when you say better, it's really just you got to quantify something.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, man. Drunk One Monkey. This is, and actually, this is a shellback tactical hat. Pretty sweet because it has no negative space in the back and it is a flex fit. Made me very comfortable.
Yeah, I was really pleased when Mike came by and handed this out. It was really cool of him to do that.
Yeah, no, I think he's on one of our live shows as well.
He does watch us from time to time.
That's nice of him.
I don't know if he is right now, but he does from time to time. Tim Pyre for the win. Dude, there's been some player on our Google Plus page creating and spreading Tim Pyre propaganda.
Really?
Yeah, he's made some pretty cool posters and stuff like that. Just like posters of you like, this man is wanted if you see him, like blah blah blah.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's really getting into it. I was like, dude, I'm +1ing all your posts. Those are awesome. I wish I
want to see that.
Go into our Google Plus page. It's all over the place.
I will have to check that out.
Airsoft GI community on Google Plus is where it's at.
Airsoft Bros and Arms.
All right, it is 5:30. It is time to go. Thanks for joining us. This is the last live show before TVB5. If you're going to be at the game, we'll see you there this Friday and Saturday. I believe Jet is actually planning on doing some sort of CQB.
I believe it's going to be Jet and Chris Bass from
We're
Warfighter.
going over a little bit of CQB tactics. If you're not familiar with, playing indoors, I'm going to give you a little bit of tips.
That's going to be Friday
what to
for 2 to 3 hours.
I don't know when exactly it's going to be, this kind of Jets thing, but we'll see you at the game for sure Saturday, bright and early. I think the game starts at like 9 or 10 o'clock.
Something like that.
Something like that. All right, we'll see you there. Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.